5 simple rice habits that lower blood sugar and heal your gut. Yes, you heard that right. Just 5 small changes to how you cook and eat rice can dramatically improve your blood sugar, support digestion, and give your body the healing boost it deserves, especially after 60. Now, I know rice is a comfort food for many of us. It's familiar, easy to make, and fills the plate. But what if I told you that with just a few smart tweaks, rice could go from a hidden problem to a powerful health tool? Hi, I'm Dr. Samuel Hayes, and welcome to Senior Health 365. If you've been struggling with blood sugar spikes, stubborn belly bloat, or just want to feel better after meals, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'll show you 5 rice habits backed by real science that I've seen transform lives, naturally, gently, and without giving up the foods you love. If you find this kind of simple, practical health advice helpful, feel free to hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. Let's walk this journey together, one healthy habit at a time. Ready? Let's get started. Rice hack 1. Soak before cooking. Let's start with something so simple, yet so powerful, it's almost unbelievable. Soaking your rice. I know it sounds too easy to matter, but this tiny habit can make a big difference for your digestion, blood sugar, and overall nutrient absorption, especially as we age. For many of us, rice is comfort. It's familiar, warm, and always on the table. But what if I told you the way we cook it might be holding our health back, quietly, without us even realizing it? I've worked with seniors across the country, and one thing I've seen again and again is this. People are doing everything right, yet still struggling with fatigue, digestive issues, or even nutrient deficiencies. And one of the most overlooked culprits? Unsoaked rice. Here's what's going on. Inside the outer layers of rice is something called phytic acid. It's natural, but it acts like a little thief in your digestive system. It grabs onto important minerals, like calcium, iron, and zinc, and doesn't let your body absorb them properly. That's especially concerning for older adults who are already more prone to things like bone thinning, low immunity, and iron deficiency. Over time, this can quietly chip away at your health. But here's the good news. Soaking your rice before cooking helps reduce phytic acid and makes those minerals more available to your body. It's like unlocking the nutrients that were already there, waiting to help you. Think of it as giving your rice a little prep talk before it gets to work in your body. I once worked with a 72-year-old woman named Elaine. She told me she was always feeling bloated and overly full after meals, even when she didn't overeat. After just 1 week of soaking her rice before cooking, her meals felt lighter, her energy improved, and her stomach felt more comfortable. She said, "It was like my body finally exhaled." How do you do it properly? It's easy. After rinsing your rice thoroughly with cool water, place it in a bowl with warm water. Let it soak for at least 30 minutes, ideally up to an hour, before cooking. This softens the grains, breaks down anti-nutrients, and makes digestion smoother. If you're short on time, even 30 minutes will help. But be careful, don't soak for more than 3 hours, especially in warm weather. That's when bacteria can start to grow, and we don't want that. You might be wondering, I've been eating rice for decades. Why change now? And that's a fair question. But here's the thing. Our bodies change as we age. What worked fine in our 30s may not serve us as well in our 60s and beyond. Digestion slows, nutrient absorption decreases, and small tweaks like this become more meaningful. Have you ever felt unusually tired or heavy after a rice-based meal? Or maybe you've noticed gas, bloating, or discomfort afterward. Let me know in the comments. You're not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. Often, it's just about adjusting how we prepare our food. And this is one of those rare health tips that costs nothing, takes almost no effort, and gives you back so much in return. No pills, no fancy gadgets, just rice, water, and a little bit of time. Here's another benefit. Soaked rice also cooks more evenly. It becomes softer, fluffier, and more enjoyable to eat. That means your meals are not only healthier, they're also more satisfying and easier to chew. For seniors dealing with sensitive teeth or dentures, that can be a real plus. Let me ask you this. Have you or someone in your family ever soaked rice as a habit? Maybe your parents or grandparents used to do it without even thinking about it. Sometimes, the old ways really were the best ways. We just forgot them. So here's my gentle challenge to you. Try soaking your rice for the next week. Just one small step. Pay attention to how your body responds. Notice how your digestion feels. See if you have more energy afterward. Then come back and tell me in the comments what you experienced. Your story could help someone else who's watching this video, just like you are now. This small act, soaking rice, might not seem like much, but for your body, it's a signal of care, intention, and support. When you nourish your body with wisdom, it responds with strength. That's the beauty of healing from the inside out. So don't overlook this one. It could be the beginning of something truly life-changing. Rice hack 2. Add vinegar when cooking. Now let's move to one of the most surprising tricks in the kitchen. A rice habit that sounds unusual but works wonders. Adding just a spoonful of vinegar while cooking. I know, it might sound odd at first. Vinegar in rice? Won't that ruin the taste? That's a question I get all the time. But stick with me, because this little kitchen secret could quietly transform how your body handles blood sugar, digestion, and even post-meal fatigue. Here's why it works. Vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar, contains a natural compound called acetic acid. And what acetic acid does is something amazing. It slows down how fast your body digests and absorbs carbohydrates like the ones found in rice. That means instead of a sharp spike in your blood sugar after a meal, your body experiences a much gentler rise. And that helps protect your energy, your pancreas, and your long-term health. For those of us over 60, this is crucial. As we age, our cells tend to become more insulin resistant, which means sugar stays in the blood longer. That's one reason why blood sugar issues, fatigue, and stubborn weight gain become more common. But just 1 tablespoon of vinegar during cooking can help change that. A while back, I worked with a retired school principal in his late 60s. He had just been diagnosed with prediabetes and felt overwhelmed. He didn't want to overhaul his diet completely or take more medication. So, we started with this tiny step, adding 1 tablespoon of natural apple cider vinegar to his rice water before cooking. Within 2 months, his morning blood sugar readings stabilized. He said he felt sharper, less sleepy after meals, and even lost a few pounds without trying. Let's talk about how to do it. It's simple. When you add water to your pot or rice cooker, just add 1 tablespoon of natural fermented vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is a great choice. Stir it in with the water and cook the rice as usual. That's it. No extra steps, no special tools, just 1 simple addition. Now here's the part that surprises most people. The rice won't taste like vinegar. I promise. In fact, many people say it actually tastes cleaner or a little more balanced. The vinegar evaporates as the rice cooks, leaving behind its gentle health benefits without a sour taste. But be careful with the type of vinegar you use. Make sure it's natural and fermented. Avoid synthetic or flavored vinegars. They don't offer the same benefits and could upset your stomach. If you're just getting started or have a sensitive gut, try using half a tablespoon at first. Listen to your body. You can always build up gradually. And here's a fun bonus. Vinegar doesn't just help with blood sugar. It also supports digestion by encouraging healthy stomach acid levels and improving nutrient absorption. So if you've ever felt sluggish, bloated, or heavy after a rice meal, this might help more than you think. Let me ask you something. Have you ever used vinegar in your cooking, not just for flavor, but for health? Or are you someone who's avoided vinegar because of how it smells or tastes? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience, and so would others in our community. This tip is one of my personal favorites because it's easy, natural, and doesn't require changing your favorite meals. You can keep your rice, keep your dishes, just add a spoonful of wellness while you cook. And again, this is not a supplement, not a medication. It's a natural way to support your body by working with the food you already love. Small changes like this, over time, can create a real difference in how you feel every single day. Now, if you're someone who's concerned about taste, I hear you. That was the biggest hesitation from my own mom when I suggested it. But after she gave it a try, she admitted she didn't taste a thing, and she felt fuller, calmer, and more comfortable after meals. Sometimes, what we resist most turns out to be the simplest solution we needed all along. So here's your gentle challenge for the week. Try adding just 1 tablespoon of natural vinegar to your rice as it cooks. See how your body responds. Then come back and let us know in the comments. Your story might encourage someone else to take that same small step. And if you're looking for the next tip that builds on this one, you'll want to stick around for our third rice habit. It involves something as humble as oatmeal, and how mixing a spoonful into your rice can transform your heart health and blood sugar balance even further. These tips may be small, but they're powerful. They don't take much time, they don't cost much, and they give your body the kind of gentle support it needs most after 60. That's what real wellness looks like. Are you ready to try it? Rice hack 3. Mix in a bit of oatmeal. Here's a clever little secret I love sharing with older adults, something most people have never tried. It's simple, it's gentle, and it works. Mixing a bit of oatmeal into your rice. Yes, oatmeal. You've probably heard about its benefits for heart health and digestion, but what many don't realize is that when you combine just a small amount of oatmeal with rice, it changes the way your body processes sugar, cholesterol, and even energy. Let's break it down. Oatmeal is rich in beta-glucan, a special type of soluble fiber. Think of it like a sponge. When you eat it, this fiber moves through your digestive tract, gently soaking up bad cholesterol, slowing down how quickly food turns into sugar, and feeding the good bacteria in your gut. For seniors managing pre-diabetes, high cholesterol, or high blood pressure, that's a triple win. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oatmeal and rice? That's a strange combo, but hear me out. You're not eating a full bowl of oatmeal. You're simply mixing a teaspoon or so of dry oatmeal into your rice before cooking. That tiny change helps balance blood sugar, ease digestion, and support heart health, all without changing the flavor or texture of your meal. I once worked with a kind woman in her mid-70s. She had been struggling with cholesterol issues and was beginning to see signs of insulin resistance. She didn't want to overhaul her whole diet, but she was willing to try this. She added just 1 teaspoon of oatmeal to her daily rice. After 3 months, her lab results improved, but more importantly, she felt better. She told me, "I don't get those energy crashes anymore, and my belly feels calmer after I eat." So how much should you use? It's all about balance. If you're cooking 1 cup of rice, which is around 150 grams, add just 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of plain dry oatmeal. That's about 5 to 7% of the total volume. It's enough to give you the benefits without overloading your system. Why not add more? Well, while oatmeal is incredibly healthy, too much fiber in one meal, especially for older adults, can cause bloating, gas, or a heavy stomach. We want gentle support, not discomfort. Think of it like seasoning. A little bit can go a long way. The beauty of this hack is how seamlessly it fits into your daily life. You don't need a new recipe. You don't need to buy special ingredients. You're just upgrading something you're already eating. That's my favorite kind of health tip. Realistic, doable, and effective. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever tried adding oatmeal to your rice before? If not, would you be open to giving it a try this week? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you do try it, come back and tell us how it made you feel. Your experience might help someone else take their first step toward better health. And just a quick note for those with kidney issues. If you've been advised to limit your fiber or whole grain intake, please check with your doctor before making this change. Everyone's body is different, and your safety always comes first. But for most seniors, this simple tweak can make a real difference, supporting smoother digestion, steadier energy, and better blood sugar control, all from a humble spoonful of oats. I personally love this habit because it honors what matters most, small daily choices that support long-term vitality. No fancy supplements, no crash diets, just a quiet partnership between 2 gentle foods, rice and oats, working together to help you feel your best. Next up, we'll explore a golden spice that adds flavor and healing power to your rice in just a pinch. It's one of the oldest natural remedies known to mankind, and it just might surprise you. Rice hack 4. Sprinkle turmeric after cooking. This next tip is simple, beautiful, and full of ancient healing wisdom. A golden pinch of turmeric added to your warm rice, something so small, yet with the power to support your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and gently energize your body after meals. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever used turmeric in your cooking? Maybe in soup, tea, or a curry dish? It's a familiar spice, but its health benefits go far beyond flavor, especially when it comes to managing blood sugar and inflammation, two things many older adults deal with every single day. Turmeric contains an active compound called curcumin. This natural substance has been studied for years, and researchers keep finding more and more reasons to include it in your daily routine. One of the most exciting findings is this: curcumin helps improve insulin sensitivity. In simple terms, that means it helps your body use insulin more effectively, which keeps your blood sugar from rising too fast after meals. As we age, many of us experience something called insulin resistance, where the body doesn't respond to insulin the way it used to. That leads to blood sugar spikes, fatigue, weight gain, and long-term complications if left unchecked. But a little turmeric, just a pinch, may help ease that resistance in a natural way. I once met a woman in her late 60s, sharp mind, kind soul, but frustrated by her unstable blood sugar. Her doctor had mentioned turmeric, so she decided to give it a try. Every day after cooking her rice, she sprinkled just a bit of turmeric powder while it was still warm. Within a few months, her sugar levels became more stable, and she felt lighter, clearer, and more in control. No extra pills, just a daily ritual she looked forward to. Here's how you can do the same. After cooking your rice and while it's still warm, sprinkle 1 to 2 small pinches of pure turmeric powder over it. Stir gently so it blends in evenly. The warmth helps release turmeric's natural oils and aroma, which not only makes the dish more flavorful, but also helps your body absorb the curcumin more efficiently. If you're new to turmeric, start small. It has a distinct taste, earthy and slightly bitter, but many people grow to love it. Over time, you can increase the amount if your body responds well. Just make sure to use pure turmeric powder, not curry powder. Curry blends often include salt and other spices that may upset your stomach or reduce the benefits. Now, a gentle word of caution. If you have gallbladder issues or are taking medications that affect your liver, always check with your doctor before using turmeric regularly. While it's safe for most people, everyone's body is unique. Better to be cautious and confident than to take risks. Why does this rice hack matter so much? Because inflammation plays a bigger role in aging than we often realize. It affects our joints, our digestion, our energy levels, and even our memory. Adding turmeric is like adding a natural shield to your daily meals, something that protects and supports you from the inside out. Let me turn the question to you. Have you tried turmeric in your cooking before? Do you notice any changes when you use it regularly? Or, is this your first time hearing about it? I'd love to know your experience. Share it with us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step. What I love most about this tip is how it connects us to tradition. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years in healing practices across the world. And now, here we are, rediscovering its power in the simplest way possible, one warm bowl of rice at a time. Sometimes, the smallest habit holds the biggest healing. Sprinkle, stir, and serve. It's that easy. A golden tradition you can start today. And stay with me because next we'll uncover one final rice habit. It doesn't involve adding anything at all, just how you cool and reheat your rice. And the science behind it is going to surprise you. Rice hack 5, cool and reheat. Now here's something you probably didn't expect. A rice habit that requires no new ingredients, no supplements, and no fancy equipment. Just a simple shift in your routine. Cooling your rice after cooking, then reheating it before eating. That's it. But the science behind it? Truly remarkable. Let me ask you something. Have you ever cooked a fresh batch of rice, saved the leftovers, and then reheated it the next day? Most of us have, but did you know that this everyday practice could be supporting your gut health and lowering your blood sugar without you even realizing it? Here's how it works. When rice is cooked and then cooled, something fascinating happens to the starch inside. It transforms into what's called resistant starch. Unlike regular starch, which gets digested quickly and turns into sugar in your bloodstream, resistant starch resists digestion. Instead, it passes through your small intestine and makes its way to your large intestine, where it acts as food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut. This process supports digestion, reduces inflammation, and helps balance your blood sugar after meals. For seniors managing prediabetes, gut discomfort, or low energy, this can be a powerful step forward. I remember one gentleman I worked with, 72 years old. Kind spirit, always trying to eat healthy, but struggling with constipation and post-meal fatigue. We didn't change his diet, we didn't add any medications. All he did was start cooling and reheating his rice. Within a couple of weeks, his digestion improved, his energy came back, and he started feeling more like himself again. He called it his rice revival. So how do you do it safely and effectively? Start by cooking your rice as usual. Once it's done, remove the lid and let it cool at room temperature for about 30 to 60 minutes. Then, transfer it to a sealed container and place it in the refrigerator. When you're ready to eat it, later that day or the next, simply reheat the rice gently until it's hot. You can use a steamer, a rice cooker, or even a microwave. Just make sure it's heated through, but not overcooked. And one important note, especially during warmer months, don't leave rice sitting out too long. If it stays at room temperature for more than 2 hours, bacteria can begin to grow. So cool it quickly and store it properly. Then eat it within 1 to 2 days for the best results. What I love most about this tip is how effortless it is. No new ingredients. No need to change the flavor or texture of your rice. You're simply using time to transform the way your body processes starch. And if you're wondering, will it still taste good? Absolutely. Many people find that reheated rice has a slightly firmer texture and a richer mouthfeel. It's still comforting, still satisfying, but with added benefits you won't taste, but your body will definitely feel. Let me ask you, have you ever tried cooling and reheating your rice before? Or is this your first time hearing about resistant starch? If you've tried it, did you notice any difference in how you felt after eating? I'd really love to hear your story. Share it in the comments so we can learn from one another. This rice habit might feel like a small thing, but it's one of those gentle shifts that adds up over time. Better digestion, improved gut balance, and more stable energy after meals. Isn't that what we all want as we age? Simple tools that respect our bodies and help us thrive, one bite at a time? To me, this final rice hack is more than a trick. It's a reminder that even in the smallest actions, like letting our food rest, we can find real healing, real support, and real hope for better health. Coming up, I'll guide you through a full recap of all 5 rice habits and show you how they work together for maximum impact. But before we wrap up, let me ask, what other small kitchen habits have changed your health for the better? I'm always learning from this amazing community, and I'd love to highlight your ideas in a future video. You're not just watching, you're part of something bigger. You're building a lifestyle of strength, wisdom, and well-being. Keep going. Now you've discovered 5 simple rice habits that can truly change the way your body responds to meals. Soaking before cooking, adding vinegar, mixing in oatmeal, sprinkling turmeric, and cooling before reheating. These aren't just kitchen tips. They're small acts of care that support better blood sugar, easier digestion, and long-term vitality, especially for those of us over 60. As a health educator, I believe the greatest power lies in what we choose to do daily. These rice habits are simple, affordable, and deeply rooted in science. They give you control without adding pills, stress, or confusion. If today's video brought you something new or hopeful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us grow and reach more seniors like you. And if you want more practical advice that fits your life, hit the subscribe button and explore the helpful links in the description. I've included other expert videos focused on senior digestion, blood sugar, and heart health that can guide you even further. Before you go, tell me, what health challenge are you currently facing? Is it joint pain, fatigue, or something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas for future videos. You deserve lasting health, and you're not alone. We're in this together.